You got this, sister that's kind of tired of explaining herself. Now, why she's tired about explaining herself is because, she has a white parent and a black parent. And, of course, you're going to hear her talk about her experience, being raised in the black community. But I want you to check this out.
So I got into a heated argument with a woman the other day that told me that I'm not allowed to say the word ninja, if you know what I mean. I don't usually come on here and give story times. It's really not my thing, but I just felt like this would be a real teachable moment. So I'm at a function. My best friend had a barbecue. I'm chilling, cooling, vibing, conversing with people how I know to converse. And out of nowhere, this girl says to me, "Excuse me, what are you? Like, where are you from?" So I explained to her that I'm white and black. Now the room is silent. And she's like, "And you think you're allowed to say ninja?" "Yeah, you're not allowed to say that. You're white." So I respectfully declined the social studies lesson that she was asking for because I just don't have time to explain my upbringing to anybody. Nor am I going to listen to you because you are stuck in your ignorance. But this isn't anything that I haven't been through before as a biracial person. And I feel like a lot of biracial people can relate to this, specifically white and black biracial. Throughout my life, I've had to accept the fact that I don't necessarily look black to a lot of people. Some people think I'm Latina. Some people think I'm Middle Eastern. Some people think I'm just white. Some people think I'm mixed. Some people think I'm black. I look different to different people, right? So I've accepted the fact that people don't view me as black initially without conversation. What I don't appreciate is anyone trying to invalidate my experience of being black or my blackness altogether because I'm not fully black. I will never take away from the struggle of being a black woman. I will never say my experience is worse than a black woman, a fully black woman, I should say. But what a lot of people don't understand about the biracial experience within half white, half black children is that we don't fit anywhere sometimes. Sometimes you are too black for white people and you are too white for black people. And what it boils down to is how you were raised. So me specifically, I was raised around my black family, my black side. Blackness was instilled in me. And irregardless, there's so many other points that I can make about why, whether you are half white, half black, you're still black at the end of the day. We see a lot of these experiences with celebrities specifically. Everybody chews Lotto up. They say she's not a black woman. She's not allowed to be saying ninja. They don't understand why she carries a black persona and she's a white woman, but she's black. But then we'll deem Obama the first black president who is also a biracial man, half white and half black. We'll allow J. Cole to say whatever he wants to say in songs because he's more black presenting, but he's still half white, half black. I feel as though the black community in totality has a hard time accepting the fact that black comes in all shades, all different hair textures, eye colors. There's so many differences in different ends of the spectrum that still equate to black. But when you're biracial, it's like if you are not directly black presenting, whatever that means, you're not black. And I really, really hope that one day everyone can just step out of their ignorance, because it's a really uncomfortable experience. When you know what you are, you know what you came from, you know how you were raised, and there are people that are really ready to cut your head off because they don't see it that way. Yeah. So with the examples I used, the more black passing biracial people, think about that when you have things to say about biracial people that are not as black presenting. Because at the end of the day, we're all black.
Now, she didn't choose to be here. It was her mother and her father and what they had going on, right? And when I first saw her, before she said that, I thought she was just a light-skinned black woman. That's all I thought she was. Now, she said maybe could pass for Latina. I could see that too. Maybe a black Latina or whatever, or one that's really darker skinned. But some of us do have some ignorance about us, because if you know, especially coming from the South, I got people that look like her in my family, and they got black parents. But my family's from Louisiana. And because my family's from Louisiana and also Texas as well, most of them, you're going to have black people like that. You know, you see a picture of a couple of my cousins, same skin tone as her, some of them even a little lighter than her. Like my grandma say, if you don't know what they are, let them open their mouth. You'll hear what they are by that time period. So no, that's our sister right there in the video. There's nothing wrong with her. She good, but I get what she's saying, that sometimes some people are more visibly black than maybe others. Yeah, because Barack Obama, them bringing him up, you know, he wasn't the best example for us. I tell you that, because Barack Obama didn't fight for black people. Barack Obama, you know, was acting more like a foreigner. Mentioning J. Cole. Yes, if you see J. Cole, you wouldn't really know if he had a parent, a white parent, unless they told you. Because he just looked like a lighter skinned, you know, black brother. That's it. But for me, you know, I look at it like this. How do you identify? Do you identify as a black woman? Because one thing I do know, white people are not going to accept her as white. That's not going to happen. They're going to say she is black. Look at the way they treat Meghan Markle. They say she black. And they know good and well she has a white father. They say she's black. And they've treated her so nasty, like a black woman would be treated. That's just the truth. Oh, she got a good master class in them folks and how they feel. Prior to that, she probably didn't get that kind of master class, Meghan Markle, but she got it now. You see Meghan Markle in Africa, she was all happy being in Africa. I bet you she was. Because she had to deal with them nasty anti-black people out there in the UK. We talking about the folks for sure. But hey, man, she love her people. She with it. She's going to be treated like a black woman. A lighter skinned black woman, but she's still going to be treated like a black woman. And she can say whatever she needs to say within our community. Now, I'm not one to be promoting us saying ninja all day long, because I think it's more of the English language we can say to each other. Like, can we read more a little in the community? Can we learn, can we get the thesaurus and learn new words? Can we do that? Instead of that's the only word we got to say. I mean, to me, that word played out. That's why I don't really like to say it too much. It just played out and stupid at this point. And then also, I'm a firm believer of, it's kind of hard to get mad at the folks saying it, and we keep saying it to each other. I'm on that too. Now, I'm not saying that to give them a pass, because no, I don't give them no pass. What I'm saying is, I just think our people fought and died, and they fought for us not to be called that, and us calling each other that. But that's an internal conversation. That has nothing to do with the folks. So don't come over here talking about, yeah, that's what we say. You ain't never involved in my conversation with my people. Never. I don't care what you say. You can't say it, or it's going to be a issue, period. But yeah, y'all stop all that mess, man. That's some BS. Trying to say who black and who not. But we got so much stuff to do in the black community. That's the last thing we need to be focusing on, who's black or not, who's lighter skinned or not, or whatever. Man, look, my issue is how you identify and are you down? Because we got some people that's darker than me and the biggest sellouts. And I've seen people like her, this woman in this video, be more down than some of y'all with two dark-skinned parents. So, yeah,